Said I ain't gon' stop. No, I ain't gon' stop.
What's going on, guys? July 18th, and we got a question today from our friend, we'll call him DW. And DW says, I love your "you can lead a horse to water" quote. And I know you're a busy dude. Not too busy to answer these questions though, bro. That's why I'm here. But do you have a suggestion to bringing a person on the awakening path? Yes, I have many. And the quote he means is a quote you often hear when you're discussing trying to lead somebody to truth. And they say, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And that's exactly the case. You can show somebody truth about whatever subject. You can try to bring them to reality, right? But you cannot force them to accept that reality. They have to do it on their own. So you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. You can lead a person to truth, but you cannot make them accept it, right? But there's a lot of things you can do to help them accept that truth, which is why whenever it comes to this quote, I always like to add a little bit on the end. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. But what you can do is make that water look as damn tasty as you can. And that's exactly the case. You can lead, when you lead somebody to truth, what you want to do is offer them the positivity behind accepting those truths. And I think that's a big thing these days, is that when a lot of people who are awakened per se, or who see the realities of this world, when they're trying to get people to see that as well, they focus on the scary aspects, or what many people often think of as the negative aspects of that truth, right? They say, oh, look at all these deep staters, or look at this new world order. They're killing us all off. They're poisoning us with vaccines and chemtrails. They got us by the balls with the banks. Right? I mean, of course, the reality of this world is that there's a lot of scary shit out there, right? But here's the thing. If you try to bring somebody those truths, that reality, without focusing on the positive aspects of it that people acquire once they see the reality, people aren't going to want to accept it. And that's why the powers that be have had such a damn good control on everything, because once people begin to see the realities, they start shutting down. They start going into that fear mode. And I did that for a couple of years. But you have to, the best way to get people to see realities is moving past that and saying, these powers that be, they've suppressed free energy devices. They've literally killed researchers and burned down their warehouses of people that were trying to liberate humanity with free energy devices. But when you wake up to that scary fact and begin to see, oh my gosh, free energy devices are a reality, that's pretty damn positive, right? So you need to, right, when you're leading that horse to water, you need to make that water look tasty. You need to make them realize that, wow, when I start to accept these scary truths, there's a whole new potential, there's a whole new opportunity behind those scary truths of freedom, of true happiness, of, reclaiming our sovereignty and our human potential. Yeah, there's been cancer doctors that have been killed because they're trying to bring their cancer cures to humanity. That's scary shit. A lot of people see that and they want to hide under their beds. They want to go hide under a rock because reality is that, so they don't want to accept reality. But if you make that water look tasty, if you tell them, yeah, if you accept this reality of cancer, right, cancer doctors who have found cures being killed off, then you realize, oh my gosh, there are cures out there, right? Accepting those scary realities brings you to new potentials. A lot of people don't see those new potentials. So that's how you help people see the awakening, right? Get on that awakening path is, okay, you have to be real with them. You can't avoid the negative. You have to say, yes, there's some scary stuff on this planet, but there's some amazing stuff that they have held back from us. So when I always try to bring people to that awakening path, I always try to bring them both. Bring them that negativity with as much positivity as you can. That's why I say you can lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink it, but you can make that water look damn tasty. You need to make that horse realize that they are thirsty as shit. And that's how you best lead somebody who is not on the awakening path to get on it, right? To want to get on that, to want to see the negativity on this planet, because then they'll realize, wow, then I can attain my own, I can see what's really going on. I can attain true freedom. I can attain my true potential by accepting and thus transmuting those negative realities, right? And I mean, that's the biggest thing I have to say about that. Another thing I have to say about that path, one of the best ways to lead people onto the awakening path is start small, right? Start small and then lead them onto bigger truths. A lot of people, they try to sell the whole package all at once, and that's way too much for somebody who's not on that path quite yet. So you got to talk to the person and find out where they're coming from, and then basically sell the issues to them in which they can handle it. So maybe you have to start small. Maybe you have to start with things like GMOs or fluoride, right? That's why I'm into the deep stuff. I'm into the secret space program and all that jazz, but you have to start small with maybe the GMO or fluoride or the banking system or politics, right? A lot of people are beginning to see those, so it's very easy to bring those issues and bring somebody further along the awakening path with, you could say smaller issues. I don't like to say smaller, but more obvious, you could say. And then you can lead them to the deeper stuff. So you don't want to start somebody way too far ahead from the point in which they're ready. And you get better at it. You get better at discussing the topics with people. I mean, I worked in a health food store for 5 years. I was literally selling the ideas of GMO foods and vaccines and fluorides onto people. So I got really good at selling reality to people, at helping people see what's really going on, at helping people become self-aware. So that's what helped me. That's, one of the things that I went through that helped sculpt and mold me to be pretty good at this YouTube channel. And you can practice that, right? Just practice talking with people. That's a big way you can help a lot of people on the awakening path, is just practice talking with people about these ideas and selling them. And you always want to ask questions as well. You always want to see where they're coming from and their perspectives. It's like, I was in sales. It's literally selling these ideas to people. I mean, the reward you're getting is not financial, it's energetic, because your soul is happy to help somebody begin to break free from their own mental shackles. So that's the advice I have for you in this one, my man, is understand where they're coming from, their perspectives. Start with the smaller, easier topics if necessary, and then gradually gravitate them towards the deeper issues. And then you also need to be positive when you share the scary stuff, right? Say, hey, yes, cancer cures have been suppressed, free energy devices have been suppressed. We are in a fiat money system. We're basically debt wage slaves. But when you begin to realize that, when you begin to accept those things and share those things, that's how we all break free from it and get those, whether you want to say cancer cures or free energy devices, or attain our true freedom and our true potential behind that scary reality, is being positive with it. So there you go. Be positive and see where they're coming from, and start small, dude. Peace.